Hi, I'm Josh,
This is Antoine.
and this is Pocky for Two. Today we're going to be talking about some new movies that are coming out this summer, and we're not going to cover all the movies because that would just be ridiculous. But we're going to cover two that I'm really excited about. I think you're moderately excited, right? He's iffy. Those are.
I'm joking. I'm looking forward to it. Joking.
Those movies are the new Spider-Man and the new Batman movies.
Yes, it's Spiderman.
Spider.
Just look how it's spelled. It's Spiderman.
He's not Jewish. I'm just saying.
Why? I mean,
That sounds like a Jewish last name.
Why not? Why gotta be all team?
So we're going to talk about those movies. So I guess the real titles would be The Amazing Spider-Man and The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
So first we're going to talk about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. My favorite superhero. My favorite comic book series.
I used to watch the cartoon.
I used to watch the cartoon too. You can't see it because Antoine's in the way of it. But back there is a copy of the first issue of Future Foundation, which I bought because Spider-Man was in it. Anyway, so I like Spider-Man. I've liked all the Spider-Man movies, and that's saying something because I don't want to like Spider-Man 3, but I do because it's Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, I can't abide by that. I cannot abide by it.
The movie was terrible.
I feel that 3, I got what you were trying to do, but you pulled the tummy with so. You had too much going on, and you should have just stuck with the Sandman. You should have stuck with that was the Sandman. That was his name. Whoever the Sand.
Well, yeah, Sandman was in there.
The dude from Sideways. He was in the chase on someone.
Well, the thing that was wrong about Spider-Man 3 was that they tried to do too many bad guys, and they had really what is one of the ultimate Spider-Man villains, Venom, and they butchered him.
That's just, like I said, it's a whole separate little thing. That's a separate thing.
Anyway, I was really upset when Spider-Man 3 came out, and have been anxiously awaiting a new Spider-Man something. So when this new movie was announced, of course, I jumped on it. I want to know everything there was to know about it. And I think the two biggest things that stood out to me really were casting for this movie. They went for a full reboot. So we're starting over. We get to see the origin story again, kind of reimagined. We get to see.
They should have made this part 3.
Well, but
from the get-go.
I understand why they didn't, though, because I mean it's totally different, and it's going to be. It looks like it's really following a different story arc. Peter Parker is being played by Andrew Garfield, who was in The Social Network as he was Eduardo Saverin in The Social Network, and he's been in, I think, a couple other movies.
I forget which one it was.
I can't remember, but he's actually a British guy. Which you wouldn't get from hearing him talk in this movie or in Social Network.
I picked up on it.
I thought he did a great job.
I picked up on it.
But he's got, to me, I mean, this is why I'm excited about him, he's got that kind of humor that I think is going to really fit a younger Peter Parker. Because obviously in this movie he's still in high school. So it looks maybe like it's following more of the Ultimate Spider-Man comic book story arc. Which would be cool, because that's one of my favorites. He's got that kind of attitude. Definitely Tobey Maguire did not at all.
It was a different. We got to see the more,
Lame?
I wouldn't say
lame.
No, we got to see a more. I would say not geeky, but you know the part of the aspect of Spider-Man that he was like, oh, that kid, you know, he was just that guy. That guy.
I'm glad we're getting away from that. I'm really excited to see Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. The other casting choice that I thought was interesting, they cast Emma Stone, and before I knew what she was playing, I was like, okay, there's our MJ. There's our MJ. Because if you've seen any movie with Emma Stone, normally she has really red hair. Her voice is in a lower register. And typically my exposure to MJ, aside from Kirsten Dunst, is the animated TV show that came on in the mid-90s. That MJ was kind of, I don't know, she had that kind of gruffer voice. I almost imagined her as like a Sophia Bush kind of sound. Sophia Bush, you know the girl I'm talking about? Yeah. Her voice, I could see that being the MJ. Okay, but when you first meet MJ in the animated series from the early 90s or mid 90s, the very first thing she ever says to Peter Parker is, face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Cause she had that sassy,
Right, exactly.
uptown girl.
Exactly. So when they cast Emma Stone, I was like, okay, awesome. We're gonna have an MJ that can kick butt, unlike Kirsten Dunst, who was just meh.
I like Kristen.
She was fine in the first movie. Everyone after that, when they gave up trying to make her hair red, that's when I quit caring.
What was going on? It was also the representation of her trying to get into the business. She was trying to change her appearance so she could get those roles.
They gave up.
She was trying to make it into the business. So she's like, well, I gotta make changes. I'm gonna start with the hair.
They gave up. Sam Raimi, you're lazy.
No, you better hold. Don't you say nothing bad about Sam Raimi. You better get off Sam Raimi.
So Emma Stone was actually cast as Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
And at first I was like, I feel like you really missed out on a good opportunity because you had MJ. But the more I've watched commercials, the more I've seen previews, and the more I've watched interviews, I'm digging Emma Stone with the blonde hair. I think she's gonna make a good Gwen Stacy.
She has that ultimate girl.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So
like
she's gonna. I'm excited. I'm excited to see her as Gwen Stacy, and I think that's gonna make this movie a different look. I'll be interested to see, I don't know anything else about the movie other than, we know the villains and stuff, but, you don't ever know till you see it. But what kind of new stuff they'll add in, like, what if I kind of hope we see MJ, like, who will be MJ. Because we know she's the love interest of the series. Gwen Stacy is kind of like a side trail in the Peter Parker story. So I'd be interested to see, kind of like they would...
That was a side trail. She played an integral part.
Well, if they're doing an Ultimate Spider-Man, spoiler alert, if they're doing Ultimate Spider-Man, then she's going to die eventually. So I'm excited to see the two of those actors in this movie and see where they go with the reboot. I hope that this movie does well enough to spawn more remakes.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it's going to make lots of money. I don't foresee this flopping.
Yeah, but it is going to have to recover from some of the damage done with Spider-Man 3. But what I see from the previews is going to do that, and I'm seeing it the day it comes out, so really excited about that.
Oh, fanboys. What's fanboy there?
The next movie that we're really excited about is The Dark Knight Rises. I say really excited, but I wanna elaborate on that. I don't know yet why I'm excited for this movie.
I know why I'm excited. I just want to see Anne Hathaway in catsuit. I want to see that. I want to see... Just make the first half, this first hour, just her in a catsuit. Just ride a motorcycle. I'll buy that.
Okay, here's a confession. I hated Batman Begins.
Oh, that's valid. That is a valid lifestyle choice. I wasn't too crazy about the first. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
I did not. I will talk about this more in a little bit, but I think Christian Bale is an overactor. The only thing I've actually seen him in that I liked him in was American Psycho.
He was okay in The Salvation, Return of the Salvation.
I did not see that. And so I hated Batman Begins, but I loved The Dark Knight. And I'm worried that the only reason I loved The Dark Knight was because of Heath Ledger.
Oh, now don't put all that on that man. Let that man rest in peace.
Because when I try to watch The Dark Knight now...
Let that man rest in peace. He did.
Here's what I'm saying. Heath Ledger did an amazing job as the Joker. I really like what he brought to it. It felt real, which is what Christopher Nolan wanted. He wanted the movies to feel more like, what if this really happened? So I'm down with that 100%. I love what Heath Ledger did. But I'm worried that the only reason I really liked The Dark Knight was because of his acting. Because I've watched that movie again recently, and as soon as we're over like the good Joker monologues, I stopped caring about this movie.
Did you know? So it wasn't the action or the,
No,
effects that
it really wasn't. I just really do like what Heath Ledger brought to the screen. I can't stand hearing Christian Bale talk as Batman.
Okay, that took some getting used to. What?
I can't stand it.
That took some getting used to.
What if I did the whole interview like this?
Well, you can do
what if I just did the whole show like this? Would you like that, Antoine? This is the voice you need, not the voice you deserve. See, it's terrible. It's terrible, and it's terrible when I do it. It's terrible when Christian Bale does it, and I can't understand him. By the middle of The Dark Knight, I don't know what you're saying anymore, and I don't need it.
I would like to ask him, what what prompted him to do that? Like, if I can ask that man one question, like, what prompted? What made you? Was that a director decision, or was it something like you felt?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, that you could bring to it. I mean, I just want to know.
It's terrible. So I'm not digging him as Bruce Wayne or Batman, but I'm gonna go see it. I am, in fact, excited to see how Anne Hathaway does as Catwoman, and how Tom Hardy does as Bane.
Well, you know, I love Anne Hathaway, but there's only gonna be one Catwoman. One Catwoman.
Halle Berry. You like that, Antoine?
I feel threatened right now.
I
feel
can't
like
do
my
it.
life is in danger.
I can't do it. Hold on, back up. This is the voice you need, not the voice you deserve.
Oh God! Oh my gosh. One Catwoman. One Catwoman.
Halle Berry.
Well, okay. Besides that, she was kind of hiding that on that. No, whatever.